Welcome back, music lovers! Did you get your fill of incredible music biopics in part 1? Well, buckle up because we're about to rock your world even harder with part 2 of the 20 best music biopics. This time, we'll be diving into the stories of even more legendary artists who defied genres, conquered international stages, and left an undeniable mark on the world. Get ready for electrifying performances, raw emotions, and the ultimate celebration of music's power to move us. But before we jump in, if you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome movie content. Hit that notification bell too, so you never miss an upload. Now, let's get ready to rock with the final 10 music biopics on our list.
You wanna know me, I'll tell you.
All these wicked men in show business.
My dad in the army,
I said stop.
my mama left.
Get On Up is a biographical film about the godfather of soul, James Brown. It tells the story of his rise from poverty and hardship to becoming one of the most influential musicians of all time. The movie doesn't follow a strictly linear path. Instead, it jumps around through Brown's life, reflecting his own stream of consciousness. We see glimpses of his tough childhood, marked by abandonment and abuse. We also see his early experiences with music, both in the church and on the rough and tumble Chitlin circuit. A key part of the story is Brown's relationship with Bobby Bird, a fellow musician who becomes his friend and collaborator. Together, they form the Famous Flames and eventually James Brown and the Famous Flames. The film highlights Brown's demanding personality and his drive to create a new sound, one that would become known as funk. Chadwick Boseman delivers a powerful performance as James Brown, capturing his energy and charisma. While it takes some liberties with historical accuracy, Get On Up is an entertaining and insightful look at the life of a musical legend.
What the hell you doing?
The mashed potato.
That ain't nobody's mashed potato.
ये गली की बारात नहीं तेरी कोई औकात नहीं इस जंग में
बन जा मेरा चेला तुझे बहुत कुछ सिखाना है मेरा रैप सुन के तेरी बंदी बोले ओ ये तो मेरा वाला गाना है
Gully Boy is an Indian Hindi language musical drama film that is inspired by the lives of Indian street rappers Divine and Nazi. The film is a coming-of-age story about an aspiring street rapper Murad Ahmed from the Dharavi slums of Mumbai. Murad has a difficult home situation, with an abusive father who brings home a younger second wife. To escape his troubles, Murad expresses himself through writing poems and lyrics. When he meets local rapper MC Sher, he is encouraged to pursue rapping as a way to voice his feelings and dreams. Murad starts participating in rap battles and open mics, catching the attention of a student named Sky from Berkeley College. Sky collaborates with Murad and Sher on a song that becomes a viral hit. However, this newfound fame causes problems in Murad's personal life, as he cheats on his girlfriend Safina with Sky. As Murad navigates his relationships and rising rap career, he enters a major rap contest in Mumbai. Through his performances, he gains the confidence to stand up to his father, reconcile with Safina, and pursue his passion for rap. With its gritty portrayal of Mumbai's slums and explosive rap soundtrack, Gully Boy was a critical and commercial success, winning multiple awards including 13 Filmfare Awards.
कि अपना टाइम आएगा तू नंगा ही तो आया है क्या घंटा लेकर जाएगा अपना टाइम आएगा अपना टाइम आएगा
Rocketman is a biographical musical film that tells the story of Elton John's early life and career. From his time as a prodigy at the Royal Academy of Music through his influential musical partnership with Bernie Taupin, the film begins with Elton entering an addiction rehabilitation session in a flamboyant devil's outfit, and then recounting his life in a flashback. It depicts Elton's childhood in 1950s England, his early musical training, and the development of his stage persona and partnership with Taupin. As Elton achieves stardom, he struggles with his sexuality, family issues, and addiction to alcohol, cocaine, and prescription drugs. He enters into a relationship with his manipulative manager John Reed, which becomes abusive. Elton has a brief, doomed marriage to a female friend, but ultimately comes to terms with his homosexuality. After a suicide attempt and heart attack, Elton realizes he needs to get sober. He enters rehabilitation and rekindles his friendship with Bernie Taupin, who helps him write songs again without drugs and alcohol as a crutch. Rocketman is considered one of the best films of 2019 and one of the best reviewed British releases of the year.
We are the same, you and I. We are two odd, lonely children reaching for eternity.
Elvis is a flashy biographical drama that chronicles the life of the iconic singer Elvis Presley, played by Austin Butler. The story is told through the eyes of Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's manager, portrayed by Tom Hanks. The film starts with Parker, a flamboyant and somewhat manipulative figure, reflecting on his relationship with Elvis. It then delves into Elvis's rise to fame, capturing his electrifying performances and the cultural impact he had in the 1950s. The narrative explores his musical roots in gospel and blues, his meteoric rise to stardom, and his captivating stage presence that sent fans into a frenzy. However, the film doesn't shy away from the darker aspects of Elvis's life. It depicts the controlling influence of Colonel Parker, who is seen as exploiting Elvis for his own gain. The movie also touches on Elvis's struggles with fame, drugs, and his eventual decline. Elvis is a whirlwind ride through the king of rock and roll's life, with strong performances by both Butler and Hanks. It's a visually stunning film with Lerman's signature style, but it also delves into the complexities of fame, manipulation, and the exploitation of artistic talent.
The greatest show on earth.
Yeah. Some guy called over here, a doctor. He's looking for a driver. You interested?
I am not a medical doctor. I'm a musician. I'm about...
Green Book is a biographical drama film inspired by the true story of an unlikely friendship that developed between African-American classical pianist Don Shirley and Italian-American bouncer Frank Tony Lip Vallelonga during a concert tour of the Deep South in 1962. Tony, a tough-talking bouncer from the Bronx, is hired by the sophisticated and erudite Dr. Don Shirley to be his driver and bodyguard for an 8-week concert tour through the racially segregated South. Despite their vastly different backgrounds and initial clash of personalities, the two men gradually develop an unexpected bond as they confront the realities of widespread racism and danger on the road. Equipped with a copy of the Green Book, a guide for black travelers to find safe establishments that would serve them in the Jim Crow-era South, the mismatched pair navigate a treacherous journey filled with vivid contrasts. Tony is shocked by the discrimination and degradation Shirley faces, while Shirley is surprised by Tony's growing empathy and willingness to stand up against injustice. The film culminates in a powerful final concert performance that encapsulates their journey and the film's themes of overcoming prejudice through human connection.
What do we do about the bones?
We do this.
Side effects include drowsiness, apathy, and blurred vision. I'm checking 2.
Control is a biographical drama film about the life of Ian Curtis, the lead singer of the influential post-punk band Joy Division. The film follows the final 7 years of Curtis' life, from 1973 to his death by suicide in 1980 at the age of 23, just before Joy Division's planned first U.S. tour. It depicts Curtis' early life in the English town of Macclesfield, his marriage to the teenage Deborah, and the rapid rise of Joy Division as they gain popularity in the Manchester music scene. As Joy Division's success grows, the film explores the personal struggles Curtis faced, including his epilepsy, depression, and extramarital affair with Belgian journalist Annick Honoré. The film's somber black and white cinematography and powerful performances, particularly by Sam Riley as Curtis and Samantha Morton as Deborah, capture the melancholy and intensity of Curtis' life and music. Despite the tragic ending, the film avoids sensationalizing Curtis' death, instead focusing on the human dimensions of the story.
I never meant for it to grow like this. I've no control anymore.
Ray, I ain't gonna beat around the bush with you. You going blind. The doctor saying nothing they can do, so we gotta do it ourselves. Remember how many stairs there were? 4. Good.
Ray is a biographical drama film that focuses on 30 years in the life of legendary soul musician Ray Charles. The film was directed by Taylor Hackford and stars Jamie Foxx in the title role, who received critical acclaim and numerous awards for his performance. The film follows Ray Charles from his humble beginnings in the segregated South, where he went blind at age 7, to his meteoric rise to stardom during the 1950s and 1960s. It depicts his struggles with drug addiction, his 2 key romantic relationships, and the personal tragedies that haunted him, such as the accidental drowning death of his younger brother. Despite the hardships, the film showcases Ray Charles's immense musical talent and his pioneering role in shaping the sound of soul and R&B music. It was a box office success, earning over $123 million worldwide, and received 6 Academy Award nominations, winning 2, Best Actor for Jamie Foxx and Best Sound Mixing.
Ray. I don't believe it. The whole city is talking. You hear it all over. What a story. What a scandal. What a comedy. What a tragedy. Incredible. I don't believe it.
Amadeus is a fictionalized account of the relationship between Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and his rival Antonio Salieri. The film follows Salieri's jealousy and resentment towards Mozart's musical genius, and his attempts to undermine Mozart's success at the Viennese court. The story is told through the perspective of the elderly Salieri, who is in an asylum and confesses to a priest that he was responsible for Mozart's death. Salieri recounts how, as the court composer, he was awed by Mozart's prodigious talent but deeply envious of his success. Despite Salieri's own musical abilities, he sees himself as mediocre in comparison to the young Mozart. Salieri tries various schemes to sabotage Mozart, including using his influence to limit performances of Mozart's operas and even commissioning him to write a Requiem Mass, with the intention of claiming it as his own work and performing it at Mozart's funeral. The pressure and overwork eventually takes a toll on the financially struggling Mozart, leading to his early death at age 35. The film was a major critical and commercial success, winning 8 Academy Awards. It is considered one of the greatest classical music films ever made and has helped introduce Mozart's music to new generations of audiences. The film chronicles the life of country music legend Johnny Cash, from his early days growing up on an Arkansas cotton farm to his rise to fame with Sun Records in Memphis in the 1950s. As a young man, Cash has a strained relationship with his father Ray after the tragic death of his older brother Jack. Cash enlists in the Air Force, and while stationed in Germany, he begins writing songs, including the hit Folsom Prison Blues. After being discharged, Cash moves to Memphis and forms a band, auditioning for record producer Sam Phillips at Sun Records. Phillips is impressed and signs Cash, who begins touring with his band Johnny Cash and the Tennessee 2. On tour, Cash meets singer June Carter, with whom he soon falls in love, despite both being married to other people. Cash's success is accompanied by a growing addiction to pills and alcohol, which strains his marriage to his first wife Vivian. After an incident on stage, Cash and June go their separate ways for a time. But June eventually agrees to tour with Cash, and they grow closer. After Cash gets arrested for drug possession in Mexico, his marriage to Vivian ends in divorce. Cash eventually gets sober with the help of June and her family. He proposes to June on stage during a concert, and they marry and have children together. The film culminates in Cash's famous 1968 concert at Folsom Prison, where he performs for the inmates, an event that cemented his Man in Black outlaw image.
There's Spoon. And what's with the black?
Looks like you're going to a funeral.
Maybe I am. Walk the line.
Sid and Nancy is a British biographical drama film that portrays the turbulent relationship between Sid Vicious, the bassist of the punk rock band Sex Pistols, and his girlfriend Nancy Spungen. The film follows the couple's drug-fueled relationship from their initial meeting in 1977 when Nancy, a heroin-addicted groupie, comes to London to bed the Sex Pistols. Sid and Nancy fall deeply in love, but their self-destructive relationship causes friction within the band, leading to the Sex Pistols' breakup during their disastrous American tour in 1978. After the band's dissolution, Sid attempts to launch a solo career in New York with Nancy as his manager, but their worsening heroin addiction leads to a tragic end. One night, during an argument where Sid announces his plans to quit heroin, a suicidal Nancy begs him to kill her. They fight in a drug-induced haze, resulting in Sid stabbing Nancy, though whether it was intentional is left ambiguous. The film received critical acclaim, with praise for the visceral performances by Gary Oldman as Sid Vicious and Chloe Webb as Nancy Spungen, as well as the director Alex Cox's gritty and complex portrayal of the couple's doomed relationship. Wow, that was an epic journey through the world of music biopics. We've explored the lives and legacies of 20 incredible artists, each with their own unique story to tell. Did your favorite musician make the cut? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for even more amazing movie content coming your way soon. We'd also love to hear your suggestions for future videos. Thanks for joining us on this musical adventure, and we'll see you next time.